Yo, great. Oh, it's Saturn's Day. I was thinking over here it's Sunday. Great Saturn's Day. Alright? Great Saturn's Day. 7th day. Sabbath day. The 7th day. It's a great day. We're alive. We're healthy. We're thankful. We're very thankful. Gratitude. That's why my attitude is always positive, because I'm always in a state of gratitude. I strongly recommend some gratitude for many of you. Some gratitude, some deep breaths in through your nostril and out your mouth. Daily doing something that physically challenges you, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Have I done all of that? Okay. I had to ask. I had to be sure. You know? Last Saturday, like I said in one of my previous videos, last Saturday, what was it? Last Saturday was, I think it was May 1st. Give me 1 second, let me see. Really? Yeah, so last Saturday was the 30th. Last Saturday was April 30th, and last Saturday I ended up doing 8 grams of entheogenic psychedelic magic mushrooms. And I ended up in a whole golf course, you know, like a whole bunch of white people and shit. I was like, oh, what the fuck am I doing here? And the gentleman, you know, he was mindful, considerate enough to not, you know, lose his shit. And so I got escorted out, you know, had a conversation with the whole dude. Somehow ended up remembering the guy's name. And so I went on Monday to kind of like find the individual and apologize for my lack of consideration, or just my foolishness. Didn't find him, so I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna go on Saturday again. So I went today. It was raining. It's been raining here since yesterday. And so, you know, I woke up and I was like, should I go do that now? And it was like, yeah, go do that. Make your tea, do your whole little morning ritual, and go do that. So I, you know, did my tea, got dressed, and took a nice little stroll in the rain, and, you know, went towards that location. And dude wasn't there, but I was able to get on the phone with him, had a little, you know, short 1-2 minute talk, you know, just, you know, wanted to give a formal apology and shit, just take accountability for my foolishness, because that's really was. It was just foolishness, right? And yeah, and then walked my happy ass back home. It was nice and cool, drinking my tea. Took a nice cold ass shower as soon as I got in the crib. And then I continue to, you know, keep to my commitment. There is this pamphlet, essay, book, whatever you want to call it, that I've been working on for like the past 2 months. I finished it on paper, but I've been transcribing it over the last month and a half onto the computer. And, you know, on paper, I only got about maybe 15 or 16, 17 pages, but I'm halfway through transcribing it from paper to the computer. And on the computer, I'm like 12 pages in. So my goal is to, maybe aim for 25 to 40 pages at the max. I don't want to do anything over 50 pages, as the first uh, book or essay, whatever it is that this will be considered that I put out. But yeah, I've been procrastinating it, or not really procrastinating, but really just going with the flow. Just going with the flow, not rushing anything, so that I can create something valuable, something that is considered excellence, right? There's no such thing as perfection. There's only improvement, right? Consistent practice makes improvements, makes something that others can consider excellent, exquisite, and which to a select few seems almost like perfection. So that's what I honestly always aim for. In everything that I do, I aim for not perfect, but excellence. You know what I'm saying? The way that I speak, the way that I listen to people, how I consider people, the things that I aim to value, and provide value through, the values that I do my best to instill in my nephews and in my nieces, and that I try to pass on to my brothers and my sisters and just to people that I meet, is to, always do your best, as the four agreements suggest. Do your best, nothing more, nothing less. You know what I'm saying? Being impeccable with our words, taking nothing personal, and making no assumptions, so that we can absolutely do our best. You know what I'm saying? Never assume that you are done learning, so that you always have the clarity of thought and the vision to see where you still have, where you can still make some kind of improvement on. You get what I'm saying? Taking nothing personal, so that you can grow. You can grow from the mistakes. You can grow from the failures. You can grow from the errors. You can grow from the failed relationships, from the failed business ventures, from the failed friendships, from the failed loves. So you can grow from just everything by not taking anything personal, right? And being impeccable with our words, aiming to speak highly of ourselves, and to do our best to speak highly of others, judging as little as possible, so that we can actually see the value in others, and so that we can create value through the things that come out of our trap, out of our mouth. So I felt really positive about that, I sat down and I typed for about 3 hours. Didn't touch my phone. Just listened to some tones. And just let the inspiration flow out. Being in that state of gratitude as I'm writing on gratitude. And, you just daily, you just find more and more things to be thankful for. When you are in a consciousness of thanksgiving, of gratitude, your attitude simply reflects that. And it reflects it, and it refracts it, and projects it into society, into reality. And, everywhere you go, because of the consciousness of appreciation that you embody, not only do you appreciate everything around you appreciates in value, and others also appreciate you, your presence, and the value that you bring that much more. I ended up, I was on TikTok, and sometimes I'll go on TikTok, and if I see a video that has some kind of value, I'll send it to my nieces, to both of my nieces, because those are the only ones that kind of have followed me on TikTok. Um, you know, I'm not the parent. I can't control what they do on their phone, on other people's phone. So kids will be kids, and I just try to provide the value that I can as it relates to that topic. I let them know, don't be a trend follower, be a trend setter. So I aim to do the best to instill some kind of insight and awareness in them, so that they don't become senseless, mindless followers of other people's trends that make no sense. So I try to send them positive things on TikTok. I try to send them accounts that from females and males that are doing positive things. And one of my oldest niece, she was like, "Oh, I'm at so and so's house." So I went over, and when I get there, they're just like, "Ah, Sosa, we missed you." And I'm like, "Yo, you haven't seen me for like a day. Chillax," But as we're driving, my mom's is about to drop me off, and they're talking about like, sleeping over, da 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 da. And I say something like, I asked the younger one, I'm like, "Yo, there's no ghost in my house, right, Selena?" And she's like, "No, cause your energy is too positive." And she starts going off, and I'm like, "What? Chill, yo, you've given me too many props." She's like, "You're always lighting up things and burning good things that smell good, and that pushes all the bad energy away." Yo, kids, man. But yeah, life, man, life as the great, the amazing, one of the most impactful communicators that I have listened to over the last 7 years, 6 or 7 years, since beginning to listen to communicators. The great Jim Rohn said, "Life is about experiences and the intensity of those experiences." That's it. And can't disagree with him. Life is about experiences. We are born to have experience. We are born we are nurtured in the womb of a wombed man, fed through a tube linked to our belly, floating in a bag of water. We are pushed out of that uterus through a vagina, through the pain, the suffering, the anguish, the anxiety, the stress of another human being. We are born crying, disorientated, not understanding anything that is happening to us in the moment, hopeless, useless, weak, afraid, yet full of love, appreciation, even without understanding the meaning of it. That is life. Experiences. A host of experience. Life, death, rebirth, in the physical, in the spiritual, in the mental, in the emotional, in the financial aspect. You hear what I'm saying? Some people are just financially dead, and from one moment to the other, a word, a sign, a symbol, a vision, reawakens them. And in a matter of time, of days, of hours, of weeks, of months, of years, they become someone that, before they never thought possible. Life is what we make it. Literally what we make it, by what we make of ourselves, through our words, through our thoughts, our words, and our deeds. Our thoughts spring and give, energies into motions, creating emotions, feelings, desires, wants, wishes, visions that, through consistent nurturing are brought into existence through the deeds, through the actions that we take. And through that, through those actions, the value that we provide through them, we impact not just ourselves, but others. If we aim for a healthy lifestyle, our lifestyle will impact our sphere of influence, our loved ones, our friends, our community. If we become more intellectually savvy, as our communication skills, as our rhetoric, as our manner of articulating ourselves changes, so thus the rhetoric and articulation of other people around us change, right? As our language change, so thus the language of those that we communicate changes. As our emotions change, as the feelings that we embody, the energy that we resonate and that we consistently step out into the world in changes and becomes more positive and more nurturing and more considerate and more loving and more hopeful and more confident and faithful and believing, so does the energy of those that we consistently come into contact with changes. As our awareness of our emotions change, so does the awareness of others in our sphere of influence, and so does our relationship and the relationship of those that we consistently come in contact with. And so the same thing happens with our visions, our beliefs, our goals, our life mission and purpose, and the material, the way that we mold materials in life and the value that we are able to bring into life, and the wealth that we're able to generate, and the richness that we are able to create, through the creative methods. As that begins to, spring, so does that of those of our immediate surrounding. As we enrich ourselves intellectually, physically, spiritually, emotionally, materialistically, so do others around us. We learn to walk. You learn to walk by watching others walk. If you were raised around dogs, you would think your whole life that you were meant to walk on all fours. We learn to talk by seeing others talk. We learn to smile, to frown, by studying the facial movements of others. We humans are visual creatures. Auditorially as well, but we learn first visually by what we see. That's why even deaf children are able to read lips. I don't even know if I said that, like that. Mute and deaf. I don't even know. But you get what I'm saying. They are able to read lips. Even if they can't speak or hear, they can read. the lips. And so they learn how to talk just by reading lips. They learn how to make sounds just by reading lips. Sounds that they can't even hear. Life is beautiful. Life is what we make it. As we think, so are we. Most people don't believe in their ability to do incredible things because they have never seen incredible things being done by people that they believe, that they trust in, and that they have been brought up by. They might have never seen it in their community. And so they don't believe it's possible. All they've seen in their community is drug addiction, just addictions in general, destructiveness, wastefulness. And so all they think is that this is what is natural. This is all that they can do. That they can either, if they don't achieve it in some kind of, idealistic field, football, basketball, entertainment, they're going to somehow only regress into everything else that they see. Drug dealers, drug addicts, nobodies working for somebody else their whole life, because they have never probably seen anybody in their life become something, a business entrepreneur, a college professor, a producer, a writer. We only go as far as we believe and as we see. That's why the good book says our people perish for lack of vision. It is the lack of vision that is causing so many people to fall prey to the disinformation, the manipulation, the misinformation that the various mediums of entertainment, you know what I'm saying, the news, the television, the movies, the dramatic programmings, the music projects onto us. The various bought for and for-profit, social media platforms. That's why many people fall prey to the lies that are projected into our visions, because there is a lack of vision in our society. Many people do not believe because they lack the hopes, the faith, and the love to understand how their most, idealistic dreams and visions can be made possible through diligent, consistent, and persevering work. By believing that it is possible. By just doing what you can do each and every day and not doubting and believing that what you are doing that day, even if it is only working out, even if it is only taking your children to the park, whatever it is, helping somebody out with their grocery, cooking something to give to the community, going to work and just having a positive attitude and expressing gratitude for the day and for the opportunity to do what you are able to do that day, that is enough for that day. And that you are going to continue to do whatever it is that you need to do to eventually have what you foresee in the future that you desire, in the lifestyle that you want to create for yourself as being possible. By expressing gratitude daily, you're living in the process that it took for you to become who you became eventually. Whether it took you 5, 10, or 30 years to accomplish that. But you believed, you remained faithful, you remained committed, consistent, and you persevered through the bullshit that came your way. But check it. That's all I got for you guys. I could continue just ranting on, but we're not going to do that. We ain't gonna do that. It's a great day. I'm just happy. I'm happy. I am thankful that, I have done and I continue to do what I have said that I am going to do, whether I fuck up or not. I'm not going to take it personal. I'm not going to take my fuck ups personal. I'm going to use every stone as a stepping stone. As the good book said, the stone that was rejected became the cornerstone. And so, every failure is going to become a lesson. A lesson in the process to my success. And I hope that you are also able to do the same, family. Alright. Ain't nothing but love. Go check out the channel, man. Go check out the channel. Go check out the videos that I posted. If you don't want to go through the IG, go check them out on YouTube. There's over 600 and some change. Go check out the readings that I have. You know what I'm saying? I have a playlist of readings that I listen to daily. Go check out the playlist of the communicators that I consistently listen to and have listened to over the last 3 to 4 years, 5 years, as a medium through which I obtain the insight for my personal development, my communication skills, so that I can consistently become better and better and better at my ability to articulate myself and to communicate my message in an understandable and applicable manner. And go check out the videos that I have of my fights. You know what I'm saying? I only have 6 fights. There might be all 6 on, no, there's maybe 5 on my YouTube. But yeah, go check it out, man. Yo, understand, if you ain't ready to cry, sweat, and bleed for your vision, hey, I don't know what to tell you. But if you ain't ready for it, it might become a little harder for you to achieve it. So, hey, you don't gotta do what I do, man. I ain't gonna go run 100 miles like David Goggins. I ain't doing it. It's not possible for me. I'm not gonna go climb Mount Everest like Wim Hof. I'm not. Am I? Nope. I'm never gonna go climb. What? It's too motherfucking cold, bro. I don't like the cold like that. I'm not doing that. So therefore, you don't gotta do what I do, bro. Some things might fall in alignment, like that tough mindset, like David Goggins and Wim Hof embracing the suck. I'm all about it, but I'm gonna embrace my own kind of suck, and your suck is gonna be different. You get what I'm saying? Like today, I didn't put on that 72-pound pack that I'd be putting on almost, every Saturday. I didn't. That 72-pound pack was a 2-mile walk to go and apologize. So, to each and every one of us, our suck is gonna be completely different, man. Our suck is gonna be completely different. I know an individual I went to high school with. He's walking the Appalachian Trail down south. I want to do that, and I will do that. Just not now. But that's in my bucket list, fam. You get what I'm saying? You might want to visit all 50 states on foot, on a motorcycle. I don't know. But to each and every one of us, our suck is going to be completely different, family. You might want to go feed the whole fucking United States in every state, cooking out of your own pocket, figuring it out, asking for donations. Each and every one of us, each and every one of our suck is going to be completely different. All right. So you figure out how much suck and what kind of suck you're willing to endure. What kind of, you know what I'm saying? Bodily, mental, spiritual, emotional, financial, you're willing to endure, and then go about living in the process of obtaining your eventual goal by going through the process of the trials, of the errors, of the failures, of the successes, of the lessons, of the losses, of everything that it is going to take for you to obtain a semblance of what it is that you desire in this life. And understand that you are never done. Even after death, you're not done. You're not. Live as that, yo, and I guarantee you, you will live a fulfilling life, and you will die fulfilled, and you will live this physical vessel fulfilled and ready to continue on with the mission. Through the various souls and bodies that you impact in life, and through the various bodies that you create in life, i.e., your children, your posterity. Alright? Other than that, one love.